we see this group of Tribulation Saints. And I have drawn 4 applications or 4 reflections as we look at this group of people. And I call this hard words. Hard words. And they are in the form of a series of questions. Would I like to go before the rapture? You notice the word go is in inverted comma, because I could type the word, would I like to die before the rapture? Okay. Would I like to go before the rapture? Or would I rather prefer to be part of the saints at the rapture? Or would I like to be numbered among the Tribulation Saints? I'll give you a few moments to digest this very, very difficult question. Would I like to go before the rapture? Actually, when I ask this question, I'm well aware it is not for us to choose. I'm not saying that we can choose. Yeah, God forbid. We cannot choose. But I'm asking us to think. If I like to go before the rapture, very likely the rapture is a little bit far away. Yeah? I better use myself as an example, sensitive. I'm going to talk about you. I'm 65 years old. 64 actually. Going 65. Some of you know that I have a 65 death wish. Yeah, doesn't matter. But if I were to die within the next 5 years, and the rapture will happen then I die before the rapture. Yeah? So I would personally think that those of us of a particular age group, the more advanced age group, there is a good possibility that we go before the rapture. If we go before the rapture, there is one disadvantage. We have to pay for the burial lots or the cremation cost. We have to run the wake service and the funeral service. I have no taboo talking about this, referring to myself. I hope we don't have this. Yeah, and we don't have the unique experience of not experiencing physical death. So that would be very likely good possibility of the people with an advanced age group. For those of us who are younger, I know not many of us like that in this group, but those of us who are 50 and below, can you raise up your hand? 50 and below. God, don't be shy, don't be shy. Yeah. So I'm telling you, you are 50 and below, there is a better chance, if you are comparing chance, there's a better chance for you to be raptured than for me to be raptured. You understand? Am I right now? Logic, logical thing. So I believe that most of us will prefer one or two. And I think, and I challenge you, and I hope, I beseech you, don't wish to be part of the Tribulation Saints. To be part of the Tribulation Saints means that you won't make it for the rapture. You have to go through the tribulation. If it is pre-trib, 7 years. If it is mid-trib, 3.5 years. So you have to go through. So something for us to think. I don't want us to take for granted that because I come to church, because I call myself a Christian, because I wear a cross, because I choose a Christian name, I don't want us to take for granted that we will make it. I am not scaring you. I'm not frightening you. I am just merely telling you that there is a frightening scenario that we need to be careful. I would rather err on the side of causing us to rethink than to err on the side of assumption. I'm okay one, don't worry. I will make it now. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I pray. That's why when I came to church preparing for this sermon, I know it's difficult words, but we need to think about it. We need to think about it. Of course, God is the one who finally decides now. God is the one who finally decides. But we must show faithfulness. We must show faithfulness. My first reflection. My second reflection. What about people we love? My first reflection is very personal me. Would I want to die before the rapture? Would I prefer to be raptured? Or maybe I have to go through the Tribulation Saints? That's very me. But what about people we love? The man or the woman that share our bed, our spouse, children that we have spent a lot of money and invested a lot of love and tender care to bring them up. What about people we love? Our father, our mother, our neighbors. Of course, secretly, some of us wish our neighbor will make it. Of course, maybe some of us will secretly wish my boss, I don't want to share the gospel with him, let him go there. We shouldn't be thinking like that. We shouldn't be thinking like that. Because even if someone is our enemy, the Bible asks us to love our enemy. So what about people whom we love? What effort are we putting in to share the gospel with them? But they don't want to listen more. Doesn't matter. I think it's in the book of Ezekiel. If the watchman has done his job, our hands are clean. If we have not done our job, the blood of those who perish will be on our hand. So what effort are we putting in to share the gospel with these people? And it's not just sharing the gospel, brothers and sisters. Because the walk of faith is not easy, We share the gospel with our children, isn't it? But let me ask a question, a very hard question. Are not some of us moaning and crying because our children, though they have come to Sunday school, though they were involved in the youth ministry, but now they love the world. They are no more of the faith. They have backslided. In my last 10 years, 11 years, after leaving Scripture Union, in my last 10 years of ministry, as I associated myself with a particular church as my home-based church, and the other half of the time I am itinerant, I go around preaching. In that particular church, more than a few times, I had to do wedding blessing rather than holy matrimony. Let me explain it to you. A holy matrimony is conducted in the church, isn't it? Yeah, where man and wife are both believers, and we marry them in the presence of God. But this cannot happen because some of them choose an unbeliever as a spouse. If you choose an unbeliever as a spouse, I cannot do holy matrimony for you. But the parents still want something. And I know that's our heart, isn't it? Right? So the parents will come to me and say, Pastor Jason, you just come to the dinner and pray for them. You just come to the luncheon and pronounce a blessing for them. You know what I'm trying to say, isn't it? So it's not just sharing the gospel, it's helping them also to walk, to follow Jesus, because it's not easy. And if they have been a Christian And if they have fallen off, they have backslided, we still pray for them, don't we? We should not. And we still want to reach out to them. We still want to call on God's mercy. You understand what I'm trying to say? This is my second reflection. I know very difficult. And for those of us who still have our children with us, for those of us whom our children is still in Sunday school, children still in youth ministry, let's put extra effort so that the faith is internalized, is inside them. So that they don't come to church. Oh, daddy, mommy bring me to church, I come. No. Sometimes it's like that. No. And sometimes you think better than nothing. No. But when they are on their own, after their tertiary studies, when they move out from our house, they make their own decision. And God be merciful. Some of them has chosen not to continue that walk of faith. That is the challenge they come to us. I know there is no easy answer, there is no easy solution, but we need to think about this. And it is going to be a case-by-case review. One solution for case A may not apply to case B. Each one of us has to know us individually. But we have to ask ourselves the question, are we putting effort to share the gospel with people that we love? And are we walking with them after they say the sinner's prayer? Are we putting some effort to walk with them, to hold their hand in that journey of faith until they can walk on their own? My second reflection.